Hi 2G. I am going to go over week 5, lesson 2's expected worksheet pages. If you would like to do it with me, grab yours if you have them printed. If not and you're on a device, that's great too. Let's go ahead and do this together. If you aren't doing it with me too, that is totally fine. You can use this as a review or a recap from what you've already done just to make sure you are on track. However you would like to use it is great. So we're taking a look at our learn. We are still working with skip counting by threes and multiples of 3. We're learning to multiply by 3, right? So it is telling us you can use dot paper to multiply by 3. This is what dot paper looks like if you would have had it printed out. Kind of reminds me of like that game Connect 4. That's what it looks like to me, but it's just the dots. It represents how many groups there are, so how many groups there are, and how many are in each group. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at what it's telling us. It's telling us there are 4 hens. Each hen lays 3 eggs. So we see we have 4 groups. And within each group there is 3 eggs. So if I look at this dot paper, it shows 4 rows. And there is 3 in each row. So it's a picture representation of our multiplication problem, which is 4 times 3. We know if we can skip count to figure that out. 3, 6, 9, 12. I have 4 fingers up. I don't know about you, but I know if I count on my fingers by threes, 3, 6, 9, 12, I get to 12, our total, right? So we know they lay 12 eggs in all. I can also think about it as repeated addition. It's another strategy you could use. For instance, I could do, sorry about that. I could do 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. And I know that's 3. 3 more is 6. 3 more is 9. And 3 more is 12. So I know 4 times 3 is 12. 4 groups with 3 in each group gives me 12. They lay 12 eggs in all. Let's take a look at our guided learning. It says a baker puts 3 loaves of bread into 1 bag. How many loaves are in 5 bags? So if we know, so what they're telling us is we know that there is a bag and it contains 3 loaves. 3 loaves fit in 1 bag. So if I have 5 bags with 3 in each bag, how many am I going to have total? Well, if I'm looking at my dot paper over, if I'm looking at my dot paper over here, I see I have 5 rows, right? 5 rows, and I have 3 in each row, correct? So I can use that dot paper to figure it out, or I can skip count by 3s 5 times, or I can use repeated addition, whatever works best for you. I like to skip count, so I'm thinking 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. If I skip count 5 times by 3, I get 15 in total. So I know there would be 15 loaves if I had 5 bags. You would also know that if you counted all these dots, would you get 15 as well on your dot paper? If I created 5 rows with 3 in each row, a picture? For sure. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There we go. 15 loaves in 5 bags. So you know 5 times 3 is 15. Let's take a look over here. It says you can multiply numbers in any order. Oh, we know this. Fact families, right? These are now called related multiplication facts. I know that if that 4 times 3 is the same thing as 3 times 4. So I can say 4 times 3 equals 3 times 4, just like I could say 5 times 2 equals 2 times 5. Either way, I'm going to get the same total. So say with me, 4 times 3 equals 12. Now say 3 times 4 equals 12. Great. We see that just because you swap the placement of these two numbers, you still get the same answer. I can have 4 rows with 3 in each row, and my total will be 12. And I can also have 3 rows with 4 in each row, and I will still have 12. So those are called related multiplication facts. Remember, you can flip those and you still get the same total. Let's take a look at our guided learning. It says use dot paper. So remember, these pictures right here is what dot paper is. Use dot paper to find the missing numbers. You don't have to use dot paper, it's an option. If it helps you, great. So use dot paper to find the missing numbers. So it's giving us our total. If it's giving us our total, I'm going to look at these images and I'm going to see, first I want to know how many rows there are. There are 7 rows. And if there's 7 rows, I want to know how many are in each row. Well, if I look over here, there's 3 in each row. So say this with me. 7 times 3 equals 21. If you want to be positive, go ahead, count all those dots, or skip count by 3 7 times. You will land on 21. Well, look over here. Let's figure out the related multiplication facts right next to it. It shows dot paper again, and this time I have how many rows? That's right, 3 rows. And how many do I have in each row? 7, exactly. So 3 times 7 equals 21. Are those related multiplication facts? They are. Both answers give you 21. Nice job. Now let's take a look at number 3. I'm going to do number 3 with you. It says 5 times 3. So that's telling me I have 5 groups with 3 in each group. So I know if I have 5 groups, if you want, you can draw yourself a picture. You can draw a dot paper like they were doing. If I have 5 groups, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I have 3 in each group, how many do I have in all? Because I know in multiplication, I'm looking for how many do I have in all. Well, I can skip count by 3s. I can do repeated addition. It's up to you. I'm going to skip count on my fingers 5 times. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So I know 5 times 3 is 15. Well, look here, I have a related multiplication fact. If 5 times 3 is 15, 3 times 5 is also 15, because that would just mean I have 3 groups with 5 in each group. So I still have the same total. Those are related multiplication facts. Now you go ahead and you do numbers 4, 5, and 6. Once you're done, unpause the video so you can follow along and see if we get the same answers. So go ahead, pause it if you're going to do it, and then unpause when you're ready to follow along. All right, this time we have 7 times 3. 7 groups with 3 in each group. So I'm going to think about if I had dot paper. That would mean I would have 7 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I'd have 3 in each row. Well, this already shows 1 in each row, so I just need to add the 2 more. And if I counted all these up, let's see what I would get if I skip count by threes. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Did you get that too? And look down here. Here's just my related multiplication fact. 3 times 7. That would mean this time I'd have 3 rows with 7 in each row. I'm still going to have that same total, which is 21. All right, number 5, I have 9 groups with 3 in each group, which means I'm skip counting 9 times by 3. So I'm going to do that on my fingers. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. And then I know that related multiplication fact, 3 times 9 would be 3 groups with 9 in each group, is also going to be 27. Remember, if you need help skip counting by threes, you can always draw out a picture like dot paper. You can draw groups like I did above on number 3. You can even do a number line to help you fill in all those missing ones to make sure you land on that right number. Now let's take a look at number 6. We have 8 groups with 3 in each group, or we have 3 groups with 8 in each group. Either way, I'm skip counting by 3 8 times, right? Well, if I skip counted by 3 9 times before, I know I'm just doing 3 less than for 8 times 3. So if I think about that, that could be a quick fact, right? That would just be 3 less than 27 would be 24. Let's double check though. Let's skip count together. Get out your fingers and get ready. Let's do it 8 fingers to see what we land on. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. There we go. We are correct. Good work, 2G. You've got these multiplication facts down. And that would finish up our expected worksheet pages for lesson 2. If you have any questions about related multiplication facts or multiplication and skip counting by threes, reach out